Hey guys, what's going on? Jersey here, back again with another South Park Phone Destroyer and another new card video here for you guys here on the channel. Is another legendary card coming out, the first card of 2022. It's being released finally. It's coming out later this week in the most likely the weekend event and things like that. Most likely you'll be able to play him in Chaos Mode. They'll probably be part of the Battle Pass that's coming up, all that kind of stuff. But of course, we are talking about Full Moon Sparky, which actually is Sparky, Stan's actual dog. So if you guys don't remember, Stan does have a dog. We don't see him that often. Most famously in the Big Gay Owl episode, one of the Big Gay Owl episodes, I believe, Sparky is kind of a main component in that specific episode, which is really early on in the show's like history and all that stuff. But again, Full Moon Sparky, so it's going to be playing into the fact that Standing Many Moons, remember, is a legendary card, the leader of the adventure theme, essentially. And so because of that, he has his dog now in it. It's going to be a 4-cost fighter card, 400 base health, 60 base damage, aura of plus 15 attack to nearby allies, which does scale up. And he has a charged ability as well, where his leader will attract him with a treat, and basically he will retreat back to the leader or to your own new kid and heal for a specific amount, which I believe scales up as well. Let's look really quick at the scaling information here. So to the main screen. Alright, so here we go on screen again with his charge stats. So as you can see, the healing does scale up, as well as the attack power boost scales up. So we look at, say, max level 3, 665 healing when Sparky goes back to your new kid, and the plus 35 aura bonus damage to allied units, which goes at level 5 or max 5, which is kind of the point you really want to focus on with a legendary card. You've got 950 healing, 50 attack boost, and then of course 1140 for max healing at max 7, and then 60 bonus attack power at max level 7. So all those kind of things, very interesting. It's also kind of interesting that when he levels up from 6 to 7, you see he does get that boost to the healing and the power boost. So I assume with each main level is when that will scale up as far as how much bonus healing and bonus damage is going to do. It won't probably level up as you're leveling him through each tier of leveling. It would probably just be his HP and attack boost that will actually go up. But overall, looks like a fairly solid kind of fighter card. Remember, 4 cost, so the same cost as Som and things like that. So this will be interesting to kind of see how we utilize Sparky. But I know what you guys really want to see. You guys want to see some gameplay, so let's check out that gameplay really quick here and switch over to the video here, and we're going to watch some Full Moon Sparky gameplay right off the rip. So here we go. So you see he has that little moon aura when he kind of first comes in. He's able to boost Ned as well as Hunter Jimbo here. Then you watch as he's taking all this damage. He's going to slowly work his way back to New Kid. There you go. Where's the bone on screen? So he's going to come back, collect that bone, get that nice healing off, and then go right back out. So you see he can equip his aura damage boost to even the new kid, so to anything within the radius, it looks like that's allied related on the field. You see Sparky quickly going back here as gets stunned briefly by the new kid stun. Remember, the new kid stun does go up here in this coming balance changes. It's actually going to go to 2 seconds from 1 second, so be wary of that as well. We'll get an extra second of stunnage. But yeah, you see quickly getting Sparky back, but Sparky does die, but you see the animation when Sparky does die, he loses his little mask that he had on, which is slightly, so you can actually see Sparky in his full glory there on screen of Stan's dog. So yeah, so he's just wearing a mask the whole time, which is kind of cool, the death animation, the fact that he loses the mask and all that stuff. So I'm going to be honest, I don't feel like this card is super ridiculously strong. I definitely feel like there is definitely some positive focus on this. The fact it has 2 abilities, a charge and an aura, is definitely slightly unique. But when I look at this card, I look at it on paper, I don't really see it as something like, okay, this is insanely too strong. Like, it's not like he gets bonus health each time that he heals with the bone or something like that, to where you could just keep stacking it up. I mean, again, you could just throw down Power Bind or any other kind of thing to kind of deal with him. I think his scaling is relatively enough to where he still could be killed fairly easily. But Adventure has been really strong right now. It's been a really popular theme. Adventure superheroes, probably one of the strongest theme combos in the game right now, or most popular and all that kind of stuff. So, you know, this doesn't super bode well, right? To have, you know, to add power to Adventure, but Sparky's an interesting concept. I will say that. Yeah, pretty much as you can see from this deck build by the devs, a lot of focus into Jimbo, Ned, as many adventure cards as humanly possible. Not really changing it up too much, showing a bunch of different ways to kind of go about it. But, I mean, I'm sure people could definitely think of some very interesting combinations you could have with this card to really boost it up. Now, the question I have, which we'll have to test out, is if you ninju, say, Sparky, does that boost his aura power, or is it only going to be boosting his base damage power? I would assume it wouldn't boost the aura, it would only boost the base damage. As you can see, Sparky does boost. It doesn't boost Thunderbird. Thunderbird is a totem, or not a totem, it's a... it's not a totem. Can't think of the word off the top of my head. It's a drone. So because of that, because it's the same as Alien Drone, it doesn't actually give the boost out for the bonus damage, which is something to take into consideration. Sparky would most likely count as an animal, so you'd have to be careful with Sparky. So Sparky on the field would boost Nicole. You also would probably be able to kill Sparky if you were using City Walk Guy. So you'd have to be careful with City Walk Guy that you could accidentally kill Sparky if you're running Sparky as City Walk Guy, for instance. Not a bad counter to Warboy Tweaks. So that's interesting. You see, it stayed in Warboy Tweaks Tornado, so he won't be able to dash out of the tornado effect. So it's not like he can take that negative effect and go back. All that stuff. It doesn't look like the heal only affects Sparky. It doesn't affect anything else. So it's not like it's healing New Kid. It's not like it's healing any of the other units there on the field. And here's what I was talking about with Nicole. It looks like secretly the devs were on the same page with all that kind of stuff. Oh, a boost? A Princess Canny? What is this madness? You see, it definitely looks like it works pretty decently well with Swarm and things like that, to be able to boost multiple Swarm units, able to potentially create potentially a lot of havoc with some Swarm and stuff like that. I'm sure it would be a strong combination with cows. I feel like you'd really have to be careful with this card against cows. Again, it's going to come down to when is Sparky going to be available. Like, what arena can we unlock Sparky? That could be dangerous as well to have to worry about. Something like, you know, you just charge forward with Sparky, give that boost to cows, right? And then, assuming Sparky lives, he can just go back to New Kid, heal back up. And then you could essentially create a secondary charge. It doesn't look like he moves super fast, but he's not moving super slow either. So all that kind of stuff is, you know, stuff to take into consideration, right? With all that kind of stuff. But, I mean, that's pretty much easy. Here we go. So there we go, guys. That is our first look at Full Moon Sparky, the newest card that's going to be coming out here into South Park Phone Destroyer this coming week. What do you guys think of Full Moon Sparky? Do you think he's going to be way too strong? Do you think he's going to be actually good? I mean, like, in all honesty, when I look at him on paper and I see what I'm seeing, again, this is challenge mode style levels, or practice mode style levels, so it's hard to really gauge his true strength. I think he could definitely be a solid addition to Adventure, a theme that is very top heavy, but then struggles in other areas. Like there are like 5 or 6 really great cards for Adventure, and then everything else is kind of meh. So I think this kind of fills a little bit of that void for them. But Adventure, again, the top heavy cards are so strong that they're just so dominant in so many decks, especially at high tier ladder and throughout a lot of places within PvP. And with the way that superheroes is kind of right now, I mean, do you really want to make them stronger by giving them a potential unit that can aura make them stronger and all that kind of stuff? Very interesting, though, to say the least. But yes, this is an interesting adventure. Legendary card I did not see coming at all, and I'm sure many of the rest of you guys most likely did not either. But let me know again down below what you guys think of the new card, and of course we will be having plenty of content around this new card when it does go live for us, and we have a chance to try it out. But thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video again, and until next time, guys, you know who it is.